Hello, I hope this finds you well. Sheba Nyabuto here and welcome to Tech Savvy. So in today's video, we are going to learn the basics of InDesign. That is assuming you have your machine ready and you have your InDesign software installed in it. So welcome, let's dive in. My software is opening. I'm launching it so that you can be able to begin. Once you launch your software, this is how it looks. Mine is a little bit different because I already have some files I was working on. They are right here. But for beginners, you'll find this section. So you go to create new document. So when you click on document, it launches it. You can also go to file, new document. So it's the same thing. So if you go to file, then you go to the drop down arrow and you come to document. It gives you this setup. This is where you set up your document. Sorry, this is where you set up your document, how you want it to look like. If you want 1 page or 2 pages, you can just add 2, but let's begin with 1. The size of your book, if you want it to be your page, if you want it to be the letter size, the tabloid, A5 and F1, A3, whatever you want. This is where you set up your document. Columns, the number of columns you need, if you need 2 or just 1. The margins are right here. And once you're satisfied with your setup, you click OK so that you can, and your page shows up. So this is basically your page. So once your page shows up, this is your toolbar, and this is another toolbar. Basically what you'll be using when working on your document, this is what you'll be using. So let's say you want to type something. You go to this rectangular frame. This is the text box. If you left click on it and then you come to your page and just click anywhere and drag, a rectangular box comes up. The rectangular box with you cannot type within the rectangular box with diagonals. So you come to this T. This is a type tool. This is your typing tool. You click, you left click here, you come to your text box, you left click on it, and then it allows you to type anything that you want to type. So let's type something. Hello. Yeah, this is our text. Now, the text is so small and want to increase the font size. You Control A to highlight everything. You come here, 12 points and 14 points, and you want it to be bigger. So you increase, you click there and you increase the font. You can see it's bigger. If you want it bold, you come here, you click on the drop down arrow, you bold it. Depending on the type of font you have, there are some fonts that do not have bold, but for us we're using Minion Pro, so it has bold. So we can have it in bold, we can have it in bold and italics, we can have it just italic, we can have it regular. Yeah, but let's go for bold. After that, we want to center our text. Let's say it's a quote. We want to center the text. If you come at the top of your toolbar to this other side, you'll see this paragraph alignment setup. This is aligned to the left, you can align to the center, you can align to the right, you can justify, you can align, justify to the left, or justify to the center, or justify, full justify, or justify to the left. But for us, we want it to align it to the center. Okay, so we are good. After that, you want to save your document. First, let's adjust our text box so that it fits the page. Yes. Now we want to save our document. You go to File. If you scroll down, you'll see Save. Save document. You choose where you want to save, and then here you have options. You can choose as a CS6 document, or if you choose IDML, this format is, maybe you want to share it with someone else who's not using CS6, either he or she is using CS4 or CS5, and you want them to open the document in InDesign, so you can choose an IDML. But for us, let's save CS6. You save, you choose the name that you want, and you save. And once you're done with that, let's assume you want to export your document. You want to export your document so that you can be able to view it either as a PDF or a document or an image. So you go to File, you scroll down, you come to Export. You click on Export. It takes you to where you saved your document, and the default setup is Adobe PDF. So you can choose PDF print or interactive, yeah, or JPEG if you want an image, or PNG. Those are some of the basics formats you can save in with InDesign. So let's go for Adobe PDF print, and you save. It brings you another setup where you can work around this. Do you want to save all the pages, or you just want to save one page? Do you want to view your document after saving so that you don't have to go back to where you saved it to open it up? So view PDF after exporting. If you want it to export with non-printing objects, visible guides, and baseline grids, whatever you want it to save, then you can save it. I don't really change these others because they are in default setup, and I want them that way. So if you click on Export, you'll see something going on here, and it's written background tasks. And once your document is ready, you can open with Adobe Acrobat. I don't know why it's taking long to open, but it will open soon. There, you have your document in PDF, and you're good to go. So you close that, and let's go back to our InDesign now. In the toolbox, for example, the type tool, there are usually two options. So if you right click on that, you'll see the type tool. That is what we've used. You'll also see the type on a path tool. This type on a path tool is, for instance, if you go to the, let's get rid of our text box. Delete. If you go to the, if you go to the text box, the rectangular frame tool, and you right click on that, you'll see two more options, the ellipse frame and the polygon frame. So let's assume you want to type on a circular, your text box is circular, so you left click on that, you do the same thing you did with the rectangular one, you drag, and there you have your text box. Now when you go to the type tool, instead of choosing the straight type tool, you right click on that, you choose the type on a path tool. If you click on that, you come to your ellipse text box and you click anywhere outside it. It gives you the option, you'll see the type cursor over there, and it gives you the option to text around that circular part. So let's type welcome to 2020. There you go, this is your text. So if you highlight that, you can change the font size, you can change the font type as you want. You can make it regular. For instance, this one doesn't have more options, so you can make it that. You can have it all in capital. Yeah, so that's another function of that type tool. Another thing that you need to know as an InDesign beginner is how to import a text. Let's say you have a PDF, not a PDF, a Word document somewhere, and you want to import it. It's a large text and you can't copy and paste. So you come to File, you go down to Place. InDesign uses Place. So if you click on Place, it gives you this, and you can choose where you saved your document, the folder where you saved your document. You can choose the specific document. So let's assume you want to place this acknowledgement. So you click on acknowledgement and don't alter anything, and you click open. It opens up your document and you can drag it to fit your text box. You see, we have our acknowledgement document, and from there you can change the settings. You can change the font to this, make it bold, center it, increase the font size, and all that. And if you want, for instance, this text has hyphenated parts and we don't want the hyphens, so you Control A to select everything. You come to this right side, the paragraph section. There's a section here marked hyphenate. You uncheck the box and your document becomes unhyphenated. So this paragraph section also works as this toolbar here. So let's assume you want to work on an image, you want to place an image so that you can work on it. You use the same process that we used with the Word document. You go to File, you click on Place, and you come here. For instance, I have this PNG image, and down here I have a JPEG image. So if I click on this JPEG and click Open, I get my image and I drag it to fit here, and from there you can be able to work on it whichever way that you want. And then you can save. When exporting, you can either export it as a PDF so that you can see your document, or you can export it as a JPEG or a PNG, or whichever format that you want. So let's say you have your Word document here. But you want, let's assume it's just one sentence, and you want this document, this sentence to be centered. You want it to be at the center of the page. So you select the image. This is your selection tool. You select the document and you scroll it down. As you scroll, you can be able to see a vertical line, and as you go down, you'll be able to see a horizontal one. If you see those lines that cross each other, it means you've reached the center of your page, and if you release the document, it's at the center of it all. This text box, when you're exporting your document, the text box doesn't appear because it's just like a border of where your text should reach, so it doesn't appear once you export it. But if you want one that appears when you export your document, you come here to your toolbar and you go to this rectangle tool. The other one is a rectangle frame tool, but this one is a rectangle tool. If you click on this one and you come and drag it here and you want to write something, you've written this. If we export this, one, go to File, Export. Save it. You see? It shows, the rectangular tool shows in our exported document. Okay. With just one page, but let's assume you want to add another page. You go to Layout, Add Page. It adds you one page. So this was our first page and this is our second page. But let's assume we want to add maybe 4 or 10 pages. So if we undo what we just did, Ctrl Z, this is our one page, you go to Layout, you go to Insert Pages, and here you can be able to specify the number of pages you want, either 2 or 20 or 1 or 10, just the number that you want. And here you can specify either you want it after page 1 or before the page. Yeah, so you click OK. Now because we are adding the 10 pages, this is our first page. We have 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. There you go, we have our 10 pages, and from there you can be able to add more content. And if you go to File, Export, this shows you can export all pages. If you export all pages, it will export all your 10 pages. And because it was a blank document, we have our 11 pages, that is the first page, and the 10 pages that we added. With just one page, but let's assume you want to add another page. You go to Layout, Add Page. It adds you one page. So this was our first page and this is our second page. But let's assume we want to add maybe 4 or 10 pages. So if we undo what we just did, Ctrl Z, this is our one page, you go to Layout, you go to Insert Pages, and here you can be able to specify the number of pages you want, either 2 or 20 or 1 or 10, just the number that you want. And here you can specify either you want it after page 1 or before the page. Yeah, so you click OK. Now because we are adding the 10 pages, this is our first page. We have 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. There you go, we have our 10 pages, and from there you can be able to add more content. And if you go to File, Export, this shows you can export all pages. If you export all pages, it will export all your 10 pages. And because it was a blank document, we have our 11 pages, that is the first page, and the 10 pages that we added. So that is it for today, guys. I hope you've learned something, and please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please click on the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell to get notified once a video goes up on my channel. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.